Hello, everyone, and blessings. First of all, I posted on my Facebook a good morning. Um, what did I post? Uh, I posted a. My brain is going. It's been a busy day. It's been busy. It's like only 10 to 11. A spiritual warfare prayer. I did a short version. I do have a longer version that I worked on and have. Um, the reason I did it, one of the things is that we are under spiritual warfare. I mean, that moon the other day was still in Scorpio and squaring over to Pluto. I mean, that's when all the crazy happened. Um, and that's when things happened in Minnesota. That's when some other things happened over in the UK and elsewhere. So there's been a lot of crazy nuttiness that's going on in the world, and the news is just intensifying. The other thing too is the what is it called? The A3 or something. Stargate. I keep on thinking Stargate, but it's not Stargate. Anyways, that's entering into, well, it's already entered into our cosmos, and documents have been leaked by amateur astronomers and stuff, and NASA's scrubbing everything, which is really interesting on that, and some of the information that's coming in about it is it's just oh, things are sticking to me. Let's see. Da-ba-ba-ba. Just things that are coming in that have to do with asteroids. And I mean, you're not hearing it on the mainstream news. It just blew up on X, and a lot of information coming in on X. So there was a lot that was coming through on claims in UFOs and things like that. But some of these are claiming that what they're calling asteroid, the asteroid isn't an asteroid. And I know I had a discussion with one of my friends. I got friends, people have friends, and they were saying it's all a hoax, and I'm just like, I don't think it's a hoax. I really think they're just by the coloring, everything that's coming in. Um, Let me just see if I can bring this up. What is it? The A3 or what is it called? No, 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 no. Now, no, I got to figure out the exact name of it. And hang on. I don't think I can do. No, I can't go off because you're on here. Anyways, just the information that's coming up on. Don't think I can, because I don't like to put that on my main computer. But 'cause I can never some things that you've been signed into for so long, and it's hard, like, I can't remember what I signed into it because I am signed in, and so you just I forgot. I don't know. Uh, and then you signed in years ago with a certain telephone number, and you don't have that telephone number anymore? Oh my gosh. I don't even know what my username is. Um, I can't do it. Okay, hang on. It's bugging me now. It's bugging me. Anyways, anyways, I was going down a rabbit hole. Now my brain won't allow me to access that information in my brain about it. And I found it very interesting with what was coming up with all of that and with a lot of the information that was coming through on it. Anyways, well, I digress. I go off on the 3-1 Atlas. That's what it is. The Massive Interstellar, the 3-1 Atlas. There it is. The 3-1 Atlas. So, NASA scrubbing information. So, and there's some amateur astronomers leaking information. You are onto something really fun. Yes, amateur have been quietly uncovering information. So amateurs have been they've been following this and coming out with the information, and coming out with information. Whoopsie. If I could spell. What's being shared on X? If 3-1 Atlas is indeed a probe of any kind, then it appears to be checking up on whether Mars is still uninhabited. Discovery alert, the interstellar comet. They're still calling it a comet, but it's not. It's moving in different proportions, right? So yeah. Anyways, and so more information is coming out on that. Nor doesn't have a tail. So yeah, so it's not doesn't have a tail. It has a hyperbolic trajectory on it, so it's very peculiar. They're really watching it closely. So this is not acting like a normal comet. It's just doing things that are different, and it's following. There's a little bit of it following the ecliptic as well. So, anyways, there's weird things that are happening in our sky. And there is where we've talked about a planet X or X, about this X spot and things coming in. And I also said at the beginning of the year that we're going to be having more information about aliens or something to do with aliens or um, something along that line um, coming into our directory. So that I find is very interesting. So just went off on a tangent on that. Just trying to remember the name, but it's getting weird. It's getting weirder out there, and we're in Virgo season. And Virgo season is really and it feels like it's gonna be a long Virgo season. We are at 5 degrees, and we're entering into the eclipse energy as well. And entering into this eclipse energy is really bringing in some we're entering into the new world, a world that we haven't lived in before. This is where we're coming forth into something new and dynamic, and there's dramatic changes and shifts that are happening. This is where you're going to be seeing a lot more people pop off. I mean, the two things that are really sort of the two young girls in Scotland, and Dundee has been made a sovereign city. And the thing is that in being that, it's caused chaos. It's really caused a lot of chaos. And why is a 12-year-old carrying a machete, an axe and a big knife? I mean, why would she have to carry that? That's the big question. And when you listen to the video, it talks about that they beat her, that they beat them. So it's interesting with everything that's coming down and how global this is getting, and how people are starting to react, and people are starting to not want to let things go. They're not abandoning things like, and even with what's going on here in Alberta and here in the rest of Canada, there you know more is coming out where people are just like not taking it. Now, what happened the other day in Nova Scotia too, which I noticed, I mean, from the hurricane winds came in, and oh my god, they got fires. Um Huge fires are happening in Nova Scotia. And I feel like it's like, okay, were they from, like, my mind always goes to like, okay, were they hurricane? Is this the truth? All of that, right? The other part too is that you're going to find out, because Virgo works with health, a lot of health things are going to be starting to come up, health concerns. This new butter thing that's happening that Bill Gates wants to do with butter is like, it's going crazy all over the place. What I'm seeing, and people are questioning this. So more people are questioning things about health. I think what RFK is doing in the States is absolutely fabulous. I mean, he's doing his job. He's just doing his job about, health and fitness and everything else. What is that? What is what? The butter? Yeah, yeah. He's making this butter. It's yeah. It's all over Twitter. It's all over um TikTok and Instagram, and people are talking about, Bill Gates and what he's trying to do. You never heard anything about it. Yeah. Well, anyways, now you are. So Bill Gates is coming out, and he has his own butter. It tastes like butter. It was on. I mean, they even had a posting on it on the news and stuff like that. I was somebody. Oh, look at it's butter. I didn't see her taste it though. Um, so that's coming out as well. So so yeah, so Bill Gates baked company is making fake butter. Bill Gates has invested in a company called Savor that is making lab made butter from carbon dioxide and water, a process that requires no animals or plants, reduces carbon footprint, and uses no farmland or fertilizer. The resulting product is a fat that is chemically identified to real butter, with plans for wider availability around 2027. So there's that. There's also it's in California. When bit the Lone Star, and then there's a tick. The tick that is the Lone Star tick. So here, okay. The Lone Star tick. So the Lone Star tick is another thing that is starting to get widespread. Its appearance, the female tick bears a single silvery white star-like dot on her back, which gives it its name. Males have a white streak or spot around the edge. So here, the health risk. So it's aggressive biter and can transmit a range of illnesses, potentially life-altering delayed allergies to red meat, and in some cases, dairy, triggered by the alpha gal sugar injected during the tick bite. So it has heartland virus disease, Bourbon virus disease, South tick associated with rash illness, um, Tularemia, and another one that I cannot pronounce, Etholeshoish. Anyways, so what it does, it causes fever, chills, headaches, muscle pain, rash, hives, swollen lymph nodes, digestive issues, and some severe complications such as sepsis, acute respiratory distress, kidney failure, and the bit. And let's see. Let's see the stats on injuries. Oops, I wrote injury wrong, but it'll figure out what I'm saying. Stats on the injuries. So far, how many? So 43.5 million annually emergency department visits for injuries, including poisoning, blah, 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 blah. No. So this is native to North America. It came from eastern US, from mid-Atlantic into New Orleans. Basically, if you get bit by it, you end up being like you'd have to be a vegan because you wouldn't survive. Because your diet, because you can't digest meat, dairy, or anything like that anymore. And it's so I'm just using chat here, and it takes me down different roads. Anyways, yeah. So it's not in Canada. It's mainly in the States, but it has shown up Well, in Southern Ontario, I guess that's Canada. Um, but it is now in California. Anyways, so that's been coming up with information and news and stuff like that. So a lot to do with craziness, and you're going to find some crazy health information and stuff that is going to be coming about. Even things about COVID and things along that line. More information and stuff and injuries to people and from the elixir uh, that's going to be coming up as well. So there's a lot that's, with all of this energy that's happening and with this Virgo energy, I mean, in these eclipses, it's really getting us to enter into something new, something, someplace, somewhere that we haven't gone, you know, and the new shots are ready for people. Yeah, there's the new shots. They're also, um, oh my God, they're putting it in nasal things, and they're also, I mean, with this, they're trying to get it in people in different ways, and either that's through the chemtrails and other things. But this is why, again, our spiritual protection. What are we doing for our spiritual protection? What are we doing in how we protect ourselves, right? Which is so important. I mean, the moon is squaring over to Pluto and Venus, and this is emotional intensity, tragedies in the collective, personal wake-up calls. This is, the moon in Scorpio just brings in the depths of the depths of the depths of the depths.
Where are my hot Cheetos?
You ate them all.
No, there was still some in the bag.
Well, there wasn't very many in the bag, so I threw the bag in the garbage.
Oh.
So there was like 4 left at the bottom of the bag. So we're still in the in-between space before the eclipse, and in the liminal waiting room where things feel unsettled, but we are adjusting. We're needing to adjust. What else was happening? Oh, well, on the war side, things are getting even more intense, but people aren't talking about that. You're not going to hear about that, even with wanting to get boots on the ground and everything like that. The war talk is very minimal. Like they talk about it, but they're not talking about it. Israel, the whole thing, what's going on with Israel, but and it's such a fine line that's coming in, and this is where people are starting to question. And as they're questioning, they're of course, somebody across the way is louder and saying, "You can't say that. That's blah blah." But it's questioning. It's like, okay, you want to come here, but I can't go over there and say that. But you can come over here and say that, right? There's got to be a two-way street, and that's the other thing, because with the Virgo, and the Virgo's mutable, the nodes are in mutable signs. We have Neptune and Saturn going back into Pisces. This is where it's really going to come into a review of the things. You might have a great idea of what you have wanted to do. Let's say maybe you want to move to France and go get a chateau. So as they go back into Pisces, you got another 6 months of review to look at. Okay, what do I need to do if that's what I need to do? Right? I got to cross my T's, dot my I's. I got to apply for a visa. Where am I going to live? Where am I going to work? What's going to happen? What do I have to sell to go there? How much is it to move? And all of this. So all of this review is going to be coming up, of having us take a look at, okay, is this the place where you want to be? Is this the direction you want to take? And so as we are moving through, and especially this is about getting our clarity, this is about looking at what it is that we need to do without getting our egos flared up. But this is also a motivation, and motivating energy. So this is guidance towards soul level change. This is getting us to a soul level. What is the reason for you wanting to move to France? Well, I just want to live in a chateau. But then I have to look at, what are the costs to live in a chateau? What are the costs to do all of these things, right? You got to look at all of that. So it's not something that's cheap. So these are the things. It's like it is about this reviewing and looking at the things that you need to do and asking. This is here, and this is, call me crazy. But these are the things that before you, let's say you want to go shopping. Let's say, we all want to go shopping. Buy something new or whatever it is. Like, even, okay, let's go for groceries. Before you go into the grocery store, ask God to guide you in the grocery store. Ask God. Don't have, some people say, well, I let the store tell me what I should buy. No, 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 no. Ask God. Ask your divine. Even if, let's say, you're thrifting, before you go into the thrift store, help me, guide me to what I need to do to build my new online business for upselling my thrifting items, right? So show me, help me, guide me, in this new endeavor, allowing that guidance to come through. This is where you're going to find, the more you start doing it, the more you're starting allowing the divine to guide you, instead of the world to guide you, instead of having other things to guide you, right? So this is coming back into a spiritual alignment. This is, when I'm posting and putting up, like, yeah, there's a spiritual warfare. That means you're going to get angry, you're going to get mad, you're going to get upset when you see certain things that are going on online, like the young girls in Scotland, and our governments and our political parties doing dumbass shit and talking about, like that one MP in Quebec saying, oh, well, I think we should cut, yeah, let's cut OAS and that from, the pensioners. Like, fuck off. I mean, you've been sucking the tit off the government and getting a government wage for over 50 years. Plus, you get a full pension. It's all paid by the taxpayers. You don't pay into that shit, right? Anyways, but these are the things. So, this is where it's like, okay, yes, that upsets me. This is, where, you got to talk it out. You got to share it. You got to socialize. You got to express it honestly, diplomatically. That's Venus and Mercury and Leo. You got to be diplomatic. Okay, let's sit down. Let's, what you just said doesn't make any sense, or what you said is not viable, or whatever. And these are the reasons being, and whatever. This is where you have to go about it, and you have to say, all right, this is what we need to do. And a lot of people aren't up to that task right now. They might, and this is where people are going to be losing their head. This is where you're going to be seeing people losing their head. This is where people are going to be popping off, right? So this is where we're coming into this fire energy. This is the last week of the new fire energy before we revisit the old Piscean lessons. This is where we start to looking at what we need to digesting what's being revealed, making the adjustment that protect your emotional container and align you with your values. Choose communication and boundary settings from the heart-centered space rather than emotional, being reactive, right? So stress levels. This is where stress relieves when handled positively. Mishandled only creates more stress. And this is where we're finding where people are saying, okay, we're gonna stand up, and we're gonna do this peacefully. We're gonna do this. We have an agenda and stuff. So yeah, you're gonna fight the people on the other side that aren't gonna be able to handle this as well. Yeah, I just find a lot more craziness are going to start coming in. And so we need to embrace the small adjustments that open space for greater harmony. My boundaries are sacred. My heart is steady. I choose positive ways forward. And that's what we have to stand firm on, right? And as we step into this new world, because people are going to come unglued, and the world is around us, the chaos around us, it's going to feel unglued. Things are going to feel unglued. And as things start to feel unglued and things start to get radical and crazy, and we're feeling the earth shaking and things exploding, right? things are going to get unsettled. So we have to have that settledness. We have to come back. If we might have to do it 1,000,001 times to come back to our center because of the craziness, because of the chaos that is going on. And in doing that, we can bring in the love and the peace. But it's going to take a lot for us to be doing this. I'm, we're human. So on that note, I'm going to send you guys off with so much love. And may the Lord and Lady watch over and bless you in all you say and all you be and all you do. Thanks for joining me. I don't know if I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow, and I might do it on Saturday. The reason being is I love it. Charlene's here. But I just want to get my word out to more people, and I got to figure out how to do that. Yes, I do TikTok and stuff, but TikTok, I get there's crazy people, wanting to send me invitations and how beautiful I am and loving. Oh, you're so loving and beautiful. Well, thank you. You live with me. You probably wouldn't say that. So I think with a few of them, I might say something else. Oh, really? Oh, well, send me $10,000. I don't know. Anyways, that's just crazy talk. You guys have a great day. What did you do? What did you do? What? Okay. Anyways, you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Uh, and